Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we are doing an 11 of FLOPS signings. Now, if you saw our team of the season a couple days ago, you'll know the format by now. If you haven't watched that video, go and watch it, give it a like and share it. And FLOPS signings is players that have flopped who signed this season, not overall flops, because that would be a whole different 11, and we can do that at some point if you want that video, of course. So without further ado, let's get into it. Right, starting off in goal, and I think it's a bit harsh, but mainly because I couldn't think of anyone. It's Gavin Bazunu. Southampton are bottom of the league. They've conceded over 60 goals this season. Bazunu's only kept 4 clean sheets, and yeah, it is a bit harsh, but I couldn't think of any other goalkeeper, and Southampton are basically relegated. At right back, I've gone Jed Spence. Again, probably harsh. You know, he signed for 20 million. He's only made 4 appearances, and he got kicked out on loan to Rennes, so not a good season for Spence. Our first centre-back is Kalidou Koulibaly. You know, the hype around this guy, Chelsea actually got a good deal, signed him for 39 million, but he's just been poor. People say they signed him too late, and I kind of agree. And he's on big wages as well, he's on very big wages, and he's contributing to an overflowing Chelsea squad, and I think he will be booted out of Stamford Bridge next season. So Kalidou Koulibaly, our first centre-back. Our next centre-back is one of 2 West Ham players. It's Thilo Kehrer. Now, he signed from PSG, he's made 16 appearances, and whenever I've seen him, he just hasn't looked solid defensively. I think our scouts literally just went to David Moyes, he plays for PSG, he must be good. And for me, Ogbon has been better than him, and he's 33, 34. So sorry Thilo, but you'd have a centre-back, mate. And then left back, Marc Cucurella. You know, he signed for 67 million, a record transfer fee. He was meant to give Ben Chilwell competition. Just hasn't cut it. He's been benched. I haven't seen much of him. When I have, he looks awful. Nowhere compared to how he was at Brighton. Chelsea as a team really have just flopped this season, but Cucurella, for the money they paid, I think City dodged a bullet not signing him. Talking of City, we go to Calvin Phillips. Now, signed for 50 million. We knew he wasn't going to be a big player for Man City, but only 3 appearances and no starts. For a man of Calvin Phillips' ability, he should be at least getting a start or 2 in that City team. I know it's Man City and he's probably replacing Gundogan, because I haven't heard any news of Gundogan signing a new contract. It's the off the pitch as well. You know, we had Guardiola saying he struggled with his weight, and that's not good if you're a professional footballer in a high calibre team like Man City. So Calvin Phillips is our first midfielder. Next to him, I've got Philippe Coutinho. Had a good loan last season, that's why Villa made it permanent for 21 mil. But just hasn't had any goal contributions, and I think he has been dropped by Emery. And since then, Villa have been on an astounding run of form. So that's our midfield, Coutinho and Phillips. Left mid / left wing, I'm going Richarlison. I mean, what's more to say about Richarlison? You know, 60 million. Thought they was going to, have a front line of Son, Kane and Richarlison. He scored 1 league goal, and the one he did score didn't even win him the game. And it's just been a poor season. Conte said it, Richarlison himself said it. So, sorry Richarlison, but you're in the 11, mate. On the right wing, as you can tell, I have not thought about formation-wise. I've gone Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now, it was a shock when he signed for Chelsea, but people thought he'd have a bit more of an impact than he did. He's only scored 1 goal, he was dropped from the Champions League squad by Potter, and I think he wants to go back to Barca. The man wants out, so Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is in there. Next player is a player I like a lot, and I feel awful that he's in this squad, but Raheem Sterling. I know he got injured and that don't help, but the experience he has, the price Chelsea signed him for, nearly 60 million, and he's only got 4 goals and 2 assists. Sterling's better than that, we all know Sterling's better than that, but unfortunately he's had to go into the 11. And then the last attacker is Gianluca Scamacca. Now, we signed him for 39 million. Thought he'd replace Antonio, because Antonio is getting old now. Still a good player, but he's getting old. Think of phasing him out of the team. And Antonio's reclaimed the main striker spot, which was meant to be Scamacca's. I know Scamacca again has been injured, But you know, 3 goals in 16 games, it's just not good enough. And considering West Ham are a European level team now, we can say that. It's just not good enough output. It's almost as if David Moyes didn't learn from Haller, signed another big target man striker, and it hasn't worked out. So it's a shame, but hopefully he can kick on next season. So it's only a quick one today, because like I said, I haven't got the others with me, so there's no debate. But if you agree or disagree with my choices, just let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one, guys.